We're back with another May Mayhem embellishment video. Today we have to make 4 large tags, approximately 3 by 7. We have to use playing card, sewing pattern, and quote on each of those. So I've got my envelopes. That's what I'm going to use to make 3 tags. I'm going to use these 2 envelopes to make 3 tags. So stay tuned to see how I do it. Hi everybody, it's Julie, and we are here with our 4 large tags, and we're going to be using that sewing pattern playing card and quote on each of them. Like I said, I have 2 envelopes, and so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to put this one aside. Let's start with this one here. And I am going to pull out my cutter. And we are going to measure this and cut it at 3.5 from this line. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over to 3.5 inches. Okay. And that's going to leave me that little piece. Okay, so there's that piece. There's this piece. Okay. And for the other one, let's just, while we've got the thing out, let's go ahead. This one is going to get cut 3.5 from this side. Okay. So we are going to have this piece. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we can make. Okay, so these are the pieces we're going to have for the other one that we need to make. Okay, so this, we end up with this. So we have the flap, we have this part. I'm going to go ahead and close off this right here, this edge. And so we'll just add a little line of glue along this edge. That did not come out, of course, because why would it? It's always something, and especially it's the glue. It's always the glue. Whoa. Okay, we got glue. We got glue this time. Okay, so this glue is going to close off this side. Okay, so it's closing off this side, and at the same time, it's turning this back into a little envelope. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so I am going to be using some digitals from the new Lovely Red Roses digital kit from the Dear Julie Etsy shop. And so it is a journal kit. It has pages and ephemera. My favorite part of this kit is it has several postcards that are all different. The bases of the postcards are all different, and they come in a variety of sizes. So, but it also has pages, and right now we're going to cut out this little piece. And so this could be, you know, a tip-in page that you might put in a journal. But what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take it and fold it in half. Okay, so fold it in half. Right down the line. It actually does have a line on it. Okay, and I'm going to add it to this right here. Okay, so just like that. Now, I could make these pockets. I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and So we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, and I'm going to put glue just right there on that edge. Okay. So there gives us some journaling spot area. And then we'll come over on this side and go around it as well. So okay. Go ahead and get any glue that ended up on there. Okay, so this is the back side of our envelope. And now this is the front. And on this side, we are going to go ahead and we have down here an envelope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, not an envelope, it's a postcard. Okay, so it's one of those postcards I was talking about. And it's just a little bit bigger than 3 inches. And this is 3.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut it in just a little bit on this side, because I want it to fit on my page. Okay. But to have a little bit of the craft color going around it. So, so one of the things that I need to use is a quote. That is the last thing on my list of things that I had to use. And so now after I use this quote, I have used each of the elements at least once during this challenge. So I went ahead and I've come across the top of that, and I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, let's mark this right here, and that way I know where the bottom of this needs to go. It's going to be a pocket, okay, because I love pockets and I cannot lie. It is copy paper, so it's kind of a little bit fragile, but it also doesn't take up as much, it won't be bulky. So there's my little spot. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Okay, so it's not a regular full pocket because I needed a place to put my quote. And I thought that I could put my quote down here at the bottom. That would can finish our collage. You know, we could go ahead and make a little mini pocket down here from our quote. Okay, so I'm just going to go along and going to add this in. And this quote came from some wrapping paper that I have. You've seen it before. Okay, so there we go. I have that in there, and I have a little pocket that I can put something in. Okay, so there's my quote. Okay, so I need to have sewing pattern, and the sewing pattern that I have is this great piece of sewing pattern ruffle. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it down. I think it's too big. So you don't always have to use things as you originally made them and planned for them. Let's see. I think I want to do this. Okay. So I'm going to go along there. Okay. So grab the glue onto the ruffle. So this is actually the sewing pattern tissue that I'm using for this one. You can use any part of a sewing pattern or a picture of a sewing pattern. Okay, so anything to do with a sewing pattern. So there we have, there's that. Now, the other thing that we need is a playing card. So I have these little playing cards from, they say Las Vegas on them. And I think I'm going to go ahead and turn that over. I have some of the digitals that I've been using. So this one has the flowers on it. This one has this piece. This one has a postcard. We already have a postcard. I think we'll go with the birds. Okay. I'm going to use fabric tack. I've been having good luck with fabric tack on shiny stuff. Except for that it takes forever for it to come out of the container. But other than that, okay, I'm just going to go ahead, put some down on my card, and then I can add this. Okay. So you still see the card, which I think is cool. Okay, so you still see the card. And I think I want to add a piece of the lace we've been using. So I've got this little flower from the lace, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And I'm going to add it to the corner. Okay, then we'll just put that on there. How do I know that that's what I wanted to do? I made a bunch of those during the premiere a few minutes ago. So I've got some more of these little playing card clusters that I can use in this journal. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, so these can go up here. I'll be able to use those pieces still. Okay, and then this can go up and can become our little top piece. Now I can decide if I want one of these instead. Let's see, kind of like that one. Kind of like that one. Okay, so I need to open my flap up because I don't want to accidentally close that. And then I'm going to go ahead and staple this. And when I staple it, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting the lace and the playing card, at least on that one. Okay. Now, two things are going to happen here. This is a pocket down here. Okay. So we do have a pocket down here. But this also becomes like a clipboard. So we can come in and put something under that clipboard on the front if we wanted to. So, okay, but this is my first tag, and it has this journaling space here, and it has a place that an insert can go in here. Now, I'm not going to make inserts for these because I still have inserts that I'll be making here, and they might be able to go in these places. But this is my first of my 3 large tags. And again, I'm using envelopes to make these. So for my second one, I have this piece. Okay, so this time my base is the other part of the tag, we're going to go ahead and we are going to grab this digital piece, again from Lovely Red Roses digital kit. It's the newest digital kit, and those that finished their March challenge journals, okay, those that finished their March challenge, they received this kit as their gift. So just so you know, if you do the Dear Julie challenge, you finish and post your items, you receive a gift in and a virtual internet party. So, and your gift is in the actual party in a Facebook group. Okay, so here I have this. Now again, I need to add the quote. Okay, so I have this quote. And this one, I'm going to save that one because it talks about birds. So we'll save it for one that we're actually using the birds on. I think we'll put this like right here. Okay. On this piece right here. Okay. So this is coming in and going to go like this, but you'll still see the other things. Okay, you still see the butterfly, you still see the rose, you still see the stamp down here. Looks like it's a rubber stamp that's been used down there. Okay, and then next I need to use sewing pattern, and I happen to have this. You can see the lines, you can see the directions. This was sewing paper and I had stamped on it, but I think it's going to be a fun piece to use on this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down a little. Okay, so it's the happiness card. Okay, and let's see, do that. Okay, this up here we can go ahead and rip. Okay, and I think we will go ahead and use another or one of these. Okay, so which one do I want to use for this? I think we'll use this one. Okay, I think we'll put this piece on. Okay, so let's glue this down. And I will glue this to be a pocket this time. Don't have to fill it. If all else fails, can put like some of the Game of Life money in it or something. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, put that down here. I love the way this looks on this envelope. These are my envelopes that my Patreon comes from the last couple of months from Jessica at Paper Terrace. Okay, we'll let that dry a little bit. Okay, so we have that here. And we decided on this one. And I'm going to bring it over a little bit to the side here. Okay. And again, we'll go ahead and use the scissors and making sure that we get the card and the lace, at least on that one side. Okay. So there's that. Now we want to put this on top of here, and I'm going to go ahead and do it with dry decoupage, I call it. So get the glue to go down here. We're going to go around the outside, and then I'll go along those lines that are on here. Sometimes, like if it's got flowers, then I'll go around the flowers. But again, we'll start with the outside. I'll go around this little seal. I'll go across the happiness card words and then down the lines, sort of. Okay. So that's going to give me glue. And then I want this to actually go on the card on this one. Okay. Okay, so actual sewing pattern that's been stamped on. If stamping was one of your things, yes, you can stamp on your sewing pattern and add that, or on your napkin or tissue. Okay, so there we go. This tag has its playing card, its quote, and its sewing pattern. You can journal on the back of this, and it has a pocket that you could go ahead and add something in there as well as something here. So that is my large tag number 2. And now we'll move on to our tag number 3. We are going to use the pieces that are left. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and dissect this. I only had 2 of these, so I couldn't do this ahead of time, so we might have bloopers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and there's that. Okay. If we do that, then this is on this in the same spot. But if we bring this over like this, okay, then our folded places are in different places. Our folded places are in different places. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put my glue around this one. Okay, I think we can go ahead and take this piece off, okay? Because it's going to just give us bulk and be in the way. And we'll be able to use that someplace else in the journal to give us, okay, I want to make sure that I'm in the right, okay, so, okay, I want this, I want this piece because it's cool. So those are the same. So are those. So if we go, okay. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay, so we're gluing this down. Make sure we're at the edges. Okay. So we're coming over to this, right up against this edge right here. Okay. And down and down. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and put our glue down. We'll go ahead and trim. Okay. This side is shorter, so we need to make sure the glue is on the short side. Okay, that's done. And that's done. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and round this the same as the envelope flap. And the same over here. Okay, we're going to clean this edge up. Go all the way to the edge if you can. Okay, so we're going to go clean that up. Okay, so there's my flap. And this is going to be the base of my tag right here. Okay, so there's my tag. You've got a pocket in this one also. Okay, so large pocket. We'll go ahead and use one of my favorite tools, coming very soon, my 1-inch hole punch. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our tag base. We need to go ahead and add our sewing pattern, our playing card, and our quote. So I think for this one, I'm going to use the words from the interfacing guide from this pattern. So I'm going to just cut this down and then make it easier to work with. Okay, so this is from the instructions part of the pattern. And okay. I'm going to go ahead and rip it because ripping's cool. Okay, so we'll bring it in from that direction. I don't want to lose that bunny. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this down again around the outside. With the glue. And come in and up and over. And here we go. We'll go around this right here. Okay, so you still have your pocket here. We've used our sewing pattern. Want to do something different on, if I can, on each one. I have this fun little card. what if we put it on, we could stack things. Okay. So again, this is a digital from the Red Roses, Yellow Birds digital. I'm just thinking that kind of might be kind of cool to layer something here. I do like collaging. I know some of you don't like to collage. I love to collage because I like to use up all my scraps. And so one of the easiest ways, I think, to use up scraps is collaging. Okay, so whoop. So this is a scrap of masking paper. It makes a great piece to put under. Okay, remember I had a bird quote. So, right? I think the quote said something about birds. So, want to add that. I'm going to go ahead and put this at an angle. Okay, I need to add the quote. And it's talking about birds singing. So that might be a good place for some music notes. So I have wrapping paper that has music notes, but then I also have this piece of paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this music note, and then I'll put the quote right there. Since it's talking about singing birds, I think that will be cool. So you just want to make sure that everything is touching. So that's the key for collaging. Don't put a piece over here and a piece over here and a piece down here. That's putting pieces down on paper. That's not collaging. Collaging is touching. Pieces touching each other. Okay. So pull it all the way over into the green here. Okay. There's that. I love it. Okay, we still have this little bird. Another piece from the pattern. Scrap. Okay, I think that we can cut along here. So this was notes that were made on the pattern scrap from somebody that had used the pattern. Okay. Okay, that could get folded up. Okay, I think we can do that. So these are really easy to change. Just open. They're funny to change, but they're easy. And it's almost time to order more tiny attacher pieces, huh? One, I think we can put 3 in. Oh, there's another box in there. I usually like to order when I have, yeah, there's another box in there. When I have one box left, then I'll order them. So we do have a Patreon craft with me coming very, very soon, and you will be invited. The Patreons, they have access to what I'll be using in the craft with me. Okay, so there we've got the top. You guys, I think I need to go ahead and round these edges, and I think we'll use the one that we don't use very often. Oh, maybe not. Well, we'll use this one. I don't know. Yeah, don't like that. We'll make our own. You know what, though? It's because I wanted to use things as they were. I don't think we can get it. Yeah, we don't get it there. So if you don't have a corner rounder, you can go ahead and round your own corners, just like I just did. But if I do one, I'm going to do them both. Okay? So there we go. That is my third one. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this mess. We'll be right back and look at what we made today. Oops. And for our fourth large tag, we're going to go ahead and use some of the sewing pattern instruction paper. Holy moly. Anybody could do this. Okay, so I have the instruction paper here. And we are going to need to use this piece and this piece, I think. So we'll go ahead and cut those out. Holy moly. Sorry about that. I totally, in my head, I was making 3. The whole time I was making 3. So here's our fourth one. You thought we were done. I don't think I could get a fourth one out of 2 envelopes. Well, no, I don't think so. But I think we did pretty good getting those 3 out of 2 envelopes. Okay. So if you're making a sewing journal, this would work out really, really well. Really good. So which side do I want? Ooh, I like that. I like this. I think I want that as the front. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is close this one up. I'm going to put it on the edge of that other one, okay? So I'm putting my glue on the larger side of this. Okay, got glue on all those pieces. And well, what I should do is pick this up and put that into that crease, right? Right. Okay, so we're picking this up and putting that into that crease. And look at there, I get both kinds of paper that I liked. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to pull it over. Remember, it's folded right here. Okay, and that will give me like a tuck space, a border tuck on the back of my tag. Okay, and we're strengthening all of this. Okay, and then from this side, I'm going to go ahead and close this. Okay. And then I'm going to cut across. If I line this up, oh, there's the jets. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So we'll have a tuck here, and we'll actually have an envelope on this side of our tag. I love it. Okay, so now we've got our sewing. We need our quote and our playing card. Okay, I got a quote. It's about roses. And just so you can see, this is my wrapping paper that has the flowers and quotes on it. It's really, really, really cool. I've been using it for a long time. I think I got it at Dollar General when our Dollar General here first opened. So, a long time ago. Okay, so I've got, this is made out of the sewing. We've got, this is our quote, and we need a playing card. You guys, I'm just going to go ahead and go with one of these playing cards. I think I need to reinforce this edge. So let's go ahead and we'll grab a piece of this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go around this part, and then we'll put that down, and then we'll cut it. Okay, the glue will also help with the strength. And I think we'll go with the side that has the images in black and sewing paper color. Okay. Yeah, so don't be afraid to use your scraps. Scrappy, scrap, scrap. You know me, I love to use my scraps, especially for the 4th tag that I forgot that I needed to make. Okay, those are big enough. Okay, so that gives us this. Let's go ahead and check our fold on that. Okay. So I think I want to go ahead and add some kind of, we'll just make this so that you can put something in it and put something in it. Okay. But we need to have a closure. Okay, so I think our quote is going to need to go up here at the top. That's really the only place that it's going to fit. Okay, so the whole quote fits. If the quote fits. Okay, and then here we have some roses, because remember the quote is about roses. Let's see how hard that is going to be to put it in. I think even the lace would hold it. Yeah, I think we'll do it like that. I don't know if this is going to be long enough, but we'll try it. Like just just long enough. Now, this will impede the things going in and out, but it's on the top, so I think we should be okay. Okay, so then that can just go like that, and it will hold it down. I like it. I like it very much. Okay, we want a little tag topper up here, and so got some fabric over here that has been sitting here waiting to get used, and we have the other piece of this lace. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll grab our fabric tack, and so this one is going to need 2 inserts. And like I said, I'm not making inserts in this video for these items because we'll be probably making more inserts throughout the challenge. And this will give me places to put them. Okay, so there's that. So this is coffee dyed fabric right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put glue on my lace to help stabilize that piece of fabric. And that gives me tag number 4. Tag number 4. Okay. So I can either use this in a row. Oh, you guys, there's like ripping here. Darn, because I like the... Okay, is there some tissue? Some sewing tissue? There is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some sewing tissue down here, right up to that edge. Okay, and then there was a place up here also. So I'm putting glue right up to the edge of that tear. And hoping that this reinforces it. I think it will. I think it will. I think it will. Okay. You want to make sure that it's not sticking behind here. Okay, I think that's really going to be great. This will go like that and go underneath there for a closure. And could go ahead and add one of these flowers, but we'll wait. Those were from my Michael's haul the other day. Okay, so we'll have a place for something here and a place on the inside. Let's go ahead, clean this up, come back, and look at what we made. Okay, first things first. Remember, we made 3 tags using 2 envelopes. And then we made our 4th tag using the sewing pattern directions. And so our first one has a little digital pocket here. The stamps are here, and I use that as part of the decoration. We have a little pocket down here where we have our quote, and there's a pocket here. We did a paper ruffle, a stitched paper ruffle out of our sewing item, our sewing pattern for this one. Here's our playing card, and remember I made some of these during the premiere, so I actually have a few more of them that we can use in this journal. So the other thing I did here was, so this one was the piece that had the flap, and we went in 3.5 inches. This was the piece that didn't have the flap. It's the bottom of the envelope, and I also went in 3.5 inches on this one. And then this one is made out of the 2 pieces that were left from the other 2. Okay. So I love how this turned out. We can also put something up here underneath these cards as a, and use it like a clipboard. So that's really cool. Here we have the digital added to the flap. And so that gives us a place that we can list some things or journal. And we have a pocket here that we can add something. So tag number 1. This is tag number 2, and again, this was from the bottom of the envelope, so we have a pocket there. We've added this digital, giving us a pocket here. Our quote is down here. We stamped, I had stamped on sewing pattern, and that paper showed up. These lines and these words right here are from the sewing tissue, okay? And then here's our playing card. And this time I wanted to be able to see this, so I left it like that. Yet you could still stick something under there if you wanted to. Okay, so pocket here, journaling area on the back. Tag number 2. Tag number 3, we used the pieces that were left. We staggered the creases, so that this is actually a really sturdy and strong tag. Again, we have a pocket behind it. Our tag topper this time is the playing card and some sewing pattern tissue. We added some masking paper with the digital here and some notes, and our quote is here. This is our sewing piece from the instructions sheet. So you can journal back here, and you can also add something to the pocket, number 3. And then number 4 is our instructions. And here's our quote, here's our card, and our sewing instructions is what we use to make the tag. So here's a border tuck, so we can put something back here that's going to help strengthen this. And we can put something in here also will help strengthen this. So here we used one of the card clusters here, here, and here. And I still have 2 more that I'll be able to use. And I have the stuff to make more if I need to. But I used all the pieces of lace that I had out. Okay, so 4 large tags, approximately 3 by 7. We used sewing patterns, a playing card, and a quote. Which one is your favorite? What was your favorite thing that you saw us do here today? And are you playing along? How are you doing on your challenge? Remember that there are prizes for everyone that finishes their journal in the challenge. The details video for the challenge is in the description box down below. You just follow those directions. It tells you what to do, where to go, and we'd love to have you. There's still plenty of time to go ahead and finish this challenge. It is a fast one if you just go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go ahead, clean this up. We'll come back and pick tomorrow's, I keep saying numbers, not numbers. We're going to pick tomorrow's items. Be right back. Okay, so we need to pick what we're doing, and we'll put this up in the drawer, and we will re-enter those because I have already used each item we're supposed to use at least once. So this could be interesting. Let's see what we're making for tomorrow, or what we're making tomorrow. Okay. Go ahead and wrinkle and crinkle, and we'll grab that one. Not those. double tuck ensemble with 3 cards. Woo! Double tuck ensemble with 3 cards. Make sure you come back and comment if you know what a double tuck is. And it's one of my favorite things. I kind of made it up, gave it a name, and we do it all the time. I over-decorate my journals, so I needed to find a way to add more journaling space, and a double tuck is one of the ways that I do that. So here we go. Item number 1 that we'll be using on this embellishment is fabric. Obviously, we'll be using an envelope, or we'll be making one. Paper flowers. Okay, and for our last one, music notes. So fabric, paper flower, and music notes, double tuck ensemble with 3 cards. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. We'll be back tomorrow with our mini challenge in the challenge, and then we will continue with this on Tuesday. So I'm so excited. I hope that you'll be here tomorrow for our mini challenge in the challenge. 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We have a premiere with a live chat. Come and see what we're doing for the mini challenge and the challenge, and make sure that you come in, hit that live chat button, and stop by and say hello. Don't forget that thumbs up. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.